Welcome to the 2023 Heart of America Athletic Conference Media Day. I'm your host, Stephen Davis. As we continue, we're joined by the guys from MidAmerica Nazarene University. And before we get started with Coach and two student athletes, the Heart of America Athletic Conference wants to send its condolences and prayers to the MNU community and football team on the passing of sophomore Mizell Law. We're deeply sorry for your loss. We thank you for taking the time to be here today. Coach, guys, before we get started, why don't you guys introduce yourselves for us? Tell us who you are, where you're from, and just the general information on you guys.
Awesome. And thank you guys. Appreciate the kind words. And Paul Hansen, head football coach here, about to start my fourth season here at MidAmerica. And yeah, it's gone pretty fast. So it's pretty cool that finally getting a full class through. We'll start here.
I'm Adrian Parsons. I'm from El Paso, Texas. I'm a junior, and I'll be majoring in criminal justice.
My name is Anthony Sao. I'm from Compton, California. I play corner. I'm going into my senior year, and I'm a business psychology major.
All right, Coach, we'll start with you. Looking ahead to this season, you guys have a week one non-conference game to get things going. Playing a tough opponent on the road in Langston. What do you hope to see from your team, not only through the preseason practices, but in that first game before you get into heart play?
Yeah, I think kind of when we were looking for a game, we wanted to find a game that, one, it could be a really competitive game, and two, to challenge our guys a little bit. You know, a lot of our guys that came in with me are now juniors and seniors, and having an older group going into a season will definitely help as you go play a tough non-conference game. And, you know, Langston's a great program, and, you know, in the Sooner Conference, which is very well recognized in the country. So hopefully a game like that is going down there and playing them will help us propel as we go into the Heart North and how tough that will be.
You guys had a good season a year ago. As you continue to build this year, you talked about it being year 4. How encouraging was it to have that winning record last year as you build here for 2023 and continue to progress?
Yeah, I think in the whole process of since I came in and just how I wanted to build this thing right. And seeing the success we had last year was awesome. And really, if you kind of look back on the last season, we always talk about here that we want to play meaningful games in November and December. And you look back to last season in November, we were doing that. And really, we had a team that had a ton of injuries. And so for us to overcome some of those and also have a lot of young guys, and when you put all that together for this season, I think it could be a really special season for us.
Coach, as we bring your student athletes in, introduce us to Adrian and Anthony and tell us a little bit about them, what they mean to you guys as players on the field, but also how you look to them for leadership off the field.
Yeah, you know, I'll start here with Anthony. Anthony is a great kid, and he was here when I got the job in 2020. And just to see how he has grown as a man on and off the field is something that's really special. And just the leadership he brings to our team, our community is something special. And then also on the field too, he's a really good player, right? Being an all conference player. He's a 2-time captain for us, a 3-time pack leader, which is kind of our leadership council. He's great in the community. I mean, everyone knows Anthony around here, and it's really cool to see how he's just kind of developed into a great man, and he's going to do big things in life. It's really cool. Adrian here, I've had a chance to know him since 2018 as a sophomore in high school. And so when I was at a previous institution, I got to kind of get to know him through recruiting. And I was trying to get him at the school I was at. And then when I got the job here, I called him and said, "Hey man, we're going to Kansas." And he kind of looked at me funny, but it's cool to see him as well. Just kind of how he's kind of changed as a man too, on and off the field. And with him only being a junior, you know, he still has 2 years to play, and the sky's the limit for him. And you know, he's already had some record-breaking games in his first 2 years here, but we're really kind of excited to see him as he goes forward these next years and what that could look like for him.
Anthony, we're going to start with you. Coach mentioned first team all league last year. What did it mean to you to get that honor, and what do you do with that going forward? Anything?
Honestly, it means a lot to me because I've never had an award like that before. But first of all, I'd like to praise all my teammates as well, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have gotten that award. our D linemen's rushing in, pressuring the quarterback, our linebackers, staying under routes, our safety staying over top, and, providing me that window for me to, make those picks or those plays that I needed to make. And having this title, honestly, I feel like it helps as a leader on the team because a lot of guys look up to me, and I just want to be that person for them to help them and uplift them, show them that, if you listen to the coaches, the results will show itself.
Talked about you guys having a successful season a year ago. How do you guys build on that here for 2023?
As you know, as most people know, we haven't had a really good season like this since 2014, and being able to make it to that conference championship meant a lot to a lot of the players on the team. And I know we came up a little bit short, but we're using that fuel to drive us this season. We got a lot of guys that are they're pretty determined to get out there and do what they have to do. We had a lot of guys working all off season, trying their best to better themselves, work on what they need to work on. So definitely that, we're really looking forward to having a great season this year.
Adrian, let's jump over to you. As a quarterback, everybody seems to look to that position for leadership. How do you hope to lead the team from that spot this year?
Right. So, the game's starting to slow down for me a little bit as it was a couple years ago. I was trying to just ease into things, but it's gotten a lot easier for me. As a leadership position, I see a lot of guys kind of rallying around me, which kind of like it says something around the team. But it doesn't just take me; it takes guys like Sal and a couple of other leaders that we have on the team. But so far, like this season's looking really good for us.
Coach talked about how long he's known you and recruited you and wanted you to be his quarterback. What is it about his offense that makes it fun for you and the rest of the guys to play in?
Say it again, Tom.
With Coach and the relationship you've had with him for a long time, what is it about the offense he runs that makes it fun for you and the rest of the guys to play in?
Oh yeah. So Coach, I in high school I played in the same offense as Coach. It was a little similar with my head coach down there, and coming up here it was an easy transition. It's a bit more technical with the playing in college and than it was in high school, but obviously Coach has very good offense and numbers show it. So.
Anthony, back to you. It seems like you guys might have a pretty tight-knit team. What is it about the camaraderie you guys have and how much fun you guys have to play with each other?
Honestly, if I'm gonna be real, I've been here for a few years. Honestly, being on this team, it's probably the most close-knit team I've ever seen. A lot of my guys I played with back then, like we were a really great team. We had a lot of talent on the team. It's just a little like things like that family we had to build that will help us project us forward. And having Coach Hansen here and having his vision that he had for our team and instilling that in the team has helped us a lot. A lot of the guys, we're a lot closer than we ever been. We've all battled through a lot of things, had really hard seasons, a lot of injuries, a lot of people leave. So all these ups and downs that we had the past couple of years has brought us a lot closer. We have these things where we, events outside of football as well that we have to help bring us like a lot closer. So having all these things and opportunities that we're given to get close, become closer has helped us, become a stronger team.
Adrian, how about on the field this year? What needs to happen for you guys to be able to take the next step and be even more successful this season?
Right. So our goal is 35 points a game. And I truly believe if we score 35 points, we will win every game because I feel like we have a really good defense. Our defense has really stepped up from the past couple of years. So as long as we do our part on the offense, I know defense will hold it down.
Coach, back to you with the leadership on your campus there. They've announced plans for a brand new stadium in the near future. What does that mean for you and the program as you continue to build and go out and recruit and sell a vision?
Yeah, I've never been more excited to see a dump truck in my life. And so we're really excited to get that thing on campus. We're getting ready to have a big ceremony here within the next month. And it's huge for our program and being able to and really the university, the community, and being able to get the football back here on campus and really take that next step as a university and athletic department. And that will help us. We've had some great seasons over the years here at MidAmerica, and being able to have a stadium back, and it's just going to help with recruiting and just the game day atmosphere and all that. It's going to be really big for us. But our players also know too that fans want to see a good product on the field when they come to games here in a year. So we got to do our part and make sure we're holding it down.
Coach, as you look around the conference in general this year, around the Heart, how tough is this league? And obviously a couple new schools coming in next year, Missouri Baptist this year, William Woods and St. Ambrose in the future. How tough is the Heart to compete in and to grow a program as you're doing and get things built up?
Yeah, it's extremely tough, and really every week you have a game that can go either way. Anyone can beat anybody. And adding 2 new teams to our conference, we're going to have 14 teams now, and we'll be the biggest conference in the country for NAIA football. And I think that's a huge testament to the administration in the Heart of America. And really, it's big too for teams wanting to come into our conference. And so I think, every year we have several teams in the top 10 making the national playoffs. And I think now this is just going to propel us to maybe get more teams in the playoffs because of how competitive football is going to be every week. And it's pretty cool to see the transformation, even from when I was playing back here in the conference back in 2005, and just kind of how it shifted forward. It's a pretty neat process, and it's cool to see how we're continuing to grow.
Well, Coach, Anthony, Adrian, we thank you for the time today. Excited to see what the 2023 has in store for the Pioneers this year.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.